Goodwood Festival of Speed is one of the most unique and iconic automotive events in the entire planet. This weekend, we're gonna find out why it exists and how it's evolved over the years. And of course, we're gonna check out some of the coolest cars for the racetrack and the road. I'm Vin Anatra, and we're here with Bentley Motors, so let's get into it. I know most people already know about Goodwood Festival of Speed and what it is, so I'm not gonna give you a full history lesson on it, but we gotta at least get you up to speed. It's one of the biggest annual motorsports celebrations. 4 days at the Duke of Richmond, now Lord March's estate in West Sussex, England. Yeah. He lives here. And in 1993, he decided to toss a little event racing up his driveway. The goal was to get 2,000 people to show up, but the result was over 25,000 attendees. So it was an instant success. And since then, the event has been evolving each and every year, now 27 years running. And it now hosts some of the world's fastest cars and bikes from past and present. And they've included things like rally, drifting, and pretty much every form of motorsport under the sun. But this isn't just a show and display. Not only can spectators get up close and personal to every single car and bike here, but they're also racing 10/10ths up the hill.
But it's the most hardcore version. Oh, yes.
It's the type of thing that literally gives me goosebumps to see. And this year's event is extra special. The theme is The Rivals, epic racing duels, with 2 anniversaries anchoring it. 60 years since Ford's historic 1-2-3 sweep over Ferrari at Le Mans in 1966, and 50 years since James Hunt's dramatic title battle with Niki Lauda. It's going to be an incredible event, and we got so much to show you. All right, now that we're all caught up to speed, where do we start? Cars. All right, so we got here super early this morning, 6 a.m., because we wanted to try to beat the crowds, but they're already here. Yesterday was insanely packed and it was supposed to be the slow day, but our first stop is the Cartier Style Ilux, and this is a really unique concours of cars because they have everything from vehicles from the 1800s all the way up to modern day hypercars. And the stuff in between is just as good because there's cars I've never seen before. There's modern classics like the Porsche 959 and the BMW M1. There's a full corral of Lamborghini eras. There's even the first ever Koenigsegg prototype car, which is amazing to see because it's kind of crude and rough around the edges, but it's parked next to some of their most recent creations, which are exquisite. But there's so much to see here, and we've got only 2 days left, so let's keep moving. And I somehow forgot to mention that there's also some amazing homologated street cars here. Ford RS200. This car is actually owned by some friends of ours up at Dirtfish Rally School, and they shipped this car out here from Washington. And it's also parked next to the Lancia 037, 2 iconic cars from Group B rally days. We are at the Bentley stand, and in a couple moments, I'm gonna get to do something that I don't think a lot of people get to do. The Duke of Richmond is coming here, the guy who started this whole event, and I get some one-on-one time with him, so I'm pretty excited for it. So let's see what he has to say. Good afternoon, Your Grace. I'm Vin. We're here making a video with Bentley Motors. I know all of us here are having a great time. But how do you feel about this year's event?
No, well, great to see you, Vin, and we're super excited about it. You know, we've got beautiful weather, we've got quarter of a million people here, biggest car event in the world. We've got pretty much all the F1 teams are here taking part in this. And this year the theme is all about rivals. So the great rivalries in motorsport from the drivers to the teams. That's what motorsport's all about.
When you started this, did you ever think it would become this big? You just said every F1 team is here. Did you imagine that?
No, it's bizarre really. You know, we were told we get 2,000 people if we were lucky the first year, and all that time ago, you had 25,000 people bowled up, which gave us a big surprise. You had nowhere to put them, all their cars or anything, and then it just grew and grew. It's been a bizarre thing.
It's been incredible to watch, and I just heard some news this morning that Goodwood is going to take the Festival of Speed overseas to where I'm from in America. More
Absolutely. Well, not the Festival of Speed quite yet, but we have this fabulous thing called the Goodwood Road Racing Club, and we're going to take that to America. So the GRRC is coming to America, and then we're looking to have a really really special event at Willow Springs, which we're excited about, just outside LA.
That's our hometown track.
Absolutely, in November 28, we hope, and we've got some exciting news on that, which we'll deliver in due course. But we're very
amazing.
My grandfather used to work at Bentley.
So what does Bentley mean to you?
Well, bizarrely, it meant a lot to my grandfather, and he used to talk about it to me as a child. And it was his fault that I got into the whole car thing. So he was a racer driver before the war, and he built the racetrack here at Goodwood in '48. And then, much to my horror as a 10-year-old, he closed it in '66. But amazingly, as a young man, he left Oxford early, and he worked for WO. Wow. He worked on the shop floor of WO. No one knew who he was. It was quite a sweet story. And apparently, he was lying under some car one day, and one of the young mechanics said, "Hey, do you know, Charlie, there's some lord working here. We don't know who do you think this guy is?" He said, "Oh, I have no idea," but it's quite sweet. So he then worked in the sales team, and he loved Bentleys, and WO lent him a lovely red 3-litre. We got some photos of it, 3-litre Bentley for his honeymoon, for his
incredible,
for his time away. Yeah, so that was really nice. So they were always, I think, very close. So in those old days, he loved the brand.
Love that. Thank you so much for your time, sir. We appreciate it.
Pleasure.
We're gonna go back to enjoying this great event.
Brilliant.
V12 supercharged. Insane. All right, another familiar face here. We got Khyzyl, aka the Khyzyl, an amazing car designer and equally amazing greeter. And today we have something that's super unique and really wild. You gotta tell us about what we have.
So here we've got the TWR Supercat, which is my first production car that I've ever designed. 88 of them are set to be built.
Amazing.
And basically these are cars that people can buy and enjoy.
So I remember I came to the event in LA,
Yeah.
but this isn't the same car.
No. So this is our validation prototype. So this is technically our second car, which is essentially a build-up off the silver car that we had, which was our first initial prototype.
Amazing.
But this one is more put together. This one is also my spec. So I basically came up with this color inspired by the silk cut Jaguar purple. A little bit of a different play on it, less saturated, a bit more metallic.
I love it. Color match wheels.
HREs.
Yes.
It's just a bit more personality, but it's showing different, I guess, possibilities with the car as well that you can configure. So.
It's an incredible piece, but for the people that don't know, I think I want to start from the overall. What is it? And what did you put as a powertrain?
So it's a Jaguar XJS underneath, and also engine-wise, it's using the original Jaguar XJS V12. This version is just supercharged and also re-engineered by TWR.
Insane. What type of horsepower does it make?
Around 600.
At the previous event in LA, when they launched their pre-prototype, we got to start it up and do some revs, and this thing sounds insane.
Yeah, it's quite loud.
Yeah.
But I think it's also a fan favorite here at Festival of Speed, which is great. People seem to love it. They'll just gravitate towards it.
It's a really cool, unique car. So what I want to know is you design some amazing body kits and now full cars. What is left from the original car here?
So from the original car, we have the front scuttle. That remains, and also the rear window. Otherwise, everything else on the car is fully carbon, fully rebuilt.
And then inside, you guys do a full retrim?
Yeah, inside, full retrim. I can fit in it as well, so you'd be able to fit in it.
Yeah, and for reference,
it was
how tall are you?
6'6", so 198 centimeters. In their stock form, I can't fit in a normal XJS. It just won't happen. But one of the requirements was I have to be able to fit in a car that I've designed.
Amazing.
And drive it as well.
So what's the retail on this car, this configuration?
I think these are currently sat at $390.
Wow, that's actually, I hate to say that things are cheap in terms of custom vehicles.
In the resto mod world,
You're getting a lot for your money.
Yeah.
Where else could you get a supercharged V12?
And it's a Grand Tourer as well, so there's so much space in the boot. You can, you can pack away luggage for a 2-week trip and be comfortable.
And then transmission options, are you guys doing strictly 6-speed manual, or is there
Strictly 6-speed manual, yeah.
Well, honestly, this thing is incredibly amazing. You gotta make me one promise.
Sure.
When you get one on the road, either here or in LA, you gotta take me for a ride.
Absolutely. We'll let you drive it.
Oh, you hear that?
He could drive it.
All right, well, thanks for your time, man. Always a pleasure seeing you. All right, so this is our home base for the weekend. It's Bentley's hospitality area. We're super thankful for that. And this is Greg. He's been our chaperone for the weekend, but who are you and what do you do here?
Yeah, I'm Greg. I look after all content at Bentley. Good to have you.
Nice.
Should we have a look around?
Yeah. This is Bentley's new most driver-focused car. The normal Continental GT is a twin-turbo V8 hybrid all-wheel drive. This car is still a twin-turbo V8, but they removed the hybrid system, making it just rear-wheel drive, and the lightest car that they've made in the past
85 years?
85 years. And it's got a carbon fiber roof and a lot of really interesting bits, so Greg's gonna show us around.
As you see, first thing now, the striking paint fade, side to side.
This is crazy. I thought this was a wrap. I didn't realize this is paint.
No, so this is the first example of side to side ombre paint fade. We released it last year with front to back. We've got a showcase of that on our stand now with 3 other cars.
I should have known it wasn't a wrap because Bentley is literally hand stitching steering wheels right here. So wrap would be like a disservice to this car.
No wraps. So you can see the aero kit on it.
Yeah,
huge
carbon splitter.
Front splitter. Got the side aero. We've got the 22-inch Manthey wheels.
Huge carbon ceramic disc.
Yeah, biggest production brakes you can buy on the Bentley.
Oh wow. Carbon fiber roof.
Rear seat delete.
Oh wow.
So it's only 2-seater. Got the carbon bucket in the back. Biggest rear spoiler on a production Bentley. 300 kilograms downforce.
Wow. You think of Bentley as a luxury car brand that puts performance into their luxury cars, but realistically, you guys have been racing since the early 1900s, and having a driver's focused car makes sense for a brand like Bentley. Pulling things out like the hybrid system, like the all-wheel drive, the rear seats, like it really cuts back to Bentley's racing heritage.
Absolutely, yeah. I think we are unique in that position of everything that we deliver from the comfort perspective to driving pleasure. There's no other car, in my opinion, that does that.
Yeah, this thing is amazing. This is what happens when Bentley turns it up a notch. The Super Sport Full Send. And this is not a production car. It's actually a car specifically built for Travis Pastrana and their Full Send video. It starts with a production Super Sport, but then a team of engineers worked on creating a system to work in a Bentley that has never been done before. Fitting a handbrake is pretty common stuff when it comes to drift cars, but in a Bentley, this has a whole new set of challenges. So the engineers had a pretty large task of keeping the car happy while making it do things that are not natural. So they figured out a way to put the transmission into a false neutral when the handbrake is applied. What this means is you can lock up the rear wheels while the car is at speed and apply throttle to be ready for your next maneuver. Another option they really wanted was to be able to left foot brake, meaning applying brake pressure while stabbing the throttle. This allows for rolling burnouts, and the results, pretty good.
Is there a problem with it? Or is he just a practice?
He's really not bothered about setting a lap time right now.
It's all about
But overall, it makes me really happy to know a team of Bentley engineers stepped outside of their comfort zone and made something as ridiculous as a drift Bentley. Those are words I never thought that I would say when thinking about the factory Bentley team. And it's amazing to watch them push their limits from racing to drifting and into the most drivers focused car they've ever created. It's something that really speaks to me and I love to see it.
166 brake horsepower of V8, only limited to about 500 production cars, but he's getting a little bit out of shape. We saw him in practice back, didn't we? Doing donuts, having a play around, but of course he took it a bit more seriously in qualifying yesterday. And his experienced driver, experienced at getting it sideways as well, and threading it all the way up the hill. And this car actually gets its name, which is the Supersport, back from the 1926 Bentley Supersport.
Absolutely. Well, that first corner he lost a little bit, but he's done a pretty good job with the rest of it. I'm sure he's going to take a very rapid time compared to what we've seen, but it's a much later version, of course. So yes, goes fastest at 54.89 seconds.
You guys remember that crazy art display on the central feature? The one that has 3 real singers, not display cars? Well, this is the man behind all that. Rob?
Hello, man.
How are you?
I'm well, how are you?
So first off, I gotta say, congratulations on this incredible setup. When I walked in, I figured the cars on that display would be shells, but they are real cars.
They're real cars.
With everything in them.
Well, without fluids, and one of them doesn't have an engine, we had to get the weight down to 900 kilograms.
Interesting.
And then they could put them up safely up on the stand. So.
That's wild.
So they're real cars. One of them's mine, actually. So.
You're like, those straps better be pretty good.
It's like this.
For all you guys who don't know, this is Rob. He is Singer Design. The cars that we see all around here behind us. Incredible auto restorer, auto reimaginer. What do you reference yourself as?
Well, we certainly don't call ourselves resto modders, although that's technically what we do. We restore and we modify old Porsches. But restored, reimagined, reborn. That was what I came up with in 2006 to kind of nail what we wanted to do. Our mission was to try and present the most perfect air-cooled Porsche 911 from the air-cooled era.
I've been a fan of Singer since the early days.
I mean, the first car we did is the yellow car on the stand here, which is called the Classic.
And as the years gone on, your designs have gotten pretty intense from the original shape.
I mean, the idea is that we're celebrating different eras of the 911 history. So we've got the DLS Turbo, which is an homage to the 934, 935 race cars, the big turbocharged race cars of the 80s. We've just showing this slant nose turbo for the first time this year.
Love it.
That's a furtive and very important part of Porsche's heritage, and we try and celebrate it.
Nice. How does someone who builds something this incredible have anything to drive that's comparable?
Well, when I'm in America, I've got a 993 911, which is my daily driver. And when I'm here in England, I drive a Bentley Continental T.
Not a bad combo. I ran into Peter here, and he's doing the exact opposite of what we're doing. We're making digital media, and Peter here,
here it is,
editor of the Road Rat, is sticking to print media, and I love it. So tell us a little bit about what you've been doing.
So yeah, this is our latest Road Rat magazine, one we're launching with Porsche. This celebrates 75 years of Porsche in the UK. This car is the first ever 356 to come to the UK. Yeah, it's a real dream project for me, but we make normally 3 Road Rats a year. It's a super high quality.
That's not a magazine, that's a book.
Hey, come on, thank you so much. You know, and it's full of useful illustration. Here's a thing about sort of British racetrack. That's Silverstone, for example.
That's sick.
You know, in fact, that's a good place to stop. There's the Earl of March. You know, he owns a GT2 RS.
Man of taste.
You know, if you own your own hill climb, you own your own racetrack.
You gotta have
that's a car to have. So yeah, no, cool.
So you guys make about 10,000 of those, and you said they sell out in minutes.
Yeah, you know, analog is zeitgeist. It's like high quality vinyl records. You know, we publish 10,000. They always sell out. You know, we did a Japan edition, very full of design and culture. 2.5 years ago, I just was looking. £350 on eBay for those, so
crazy.
You know.
All right, so you said you're a big Porsche guy, so I got 2 questions for you. What's your favorite car here, and what's your favorite non-Porsche car here?
Okay, so we're standing right next to it. I absolutely adore these BMW M1s though, because it's got all the Italian style, and I've driven one of these. This is a road car. They are incredible to drive. They're easy to drive.
Wow, you're one of the few that's gotten to drive one of these. That's not a common occurrence.
Yeah, no, I was lucky with that. Yeah, it's like the whole "don't meet your heroes" thing. It's like, I don't want to drive this car because I want to adore it.
Yeah.
I came away still adoring it, you know, so.
Thanks so much for your time.
You. No, thanks so much.
I'll take this home with me.
Yeah, you can have that.
Launching at Goodwood this year is Bentley's new merchandise collection, and we just so happen to be here with the external creative director, Mai, who created this collection. So tell us all about it.
So talking of the hero product here, we produced this work jacket. Everything's made in Japan because the quality is so good. But if you look into the details, everything's chain stitched, embroidered, to a really premium finish. I'm trying to really build on kind of club again, you know, like a Bentley boys, Bentley girls was such a significant part of our history. I just think that building that kind of, look, I've been at Goodwood this weekend and this is jacket. You know, you can only buy it here.
Yeah, not many brands can pull off selling merchandise that people really want.
That's true. This is what I'm trying to do.
So for all the people out there that probably want it and aren't here, is there any other way to buy the merchandise?
So for the very, very special American customers, we are launching this collection, very, very small capsule collection at Monterey. So we see you all in August.
We're here with Rob Smedley, a guy with a resume that is super impressive, working on F1 teams since the 90s. How does it feel to be here today, getting to see some of those cars in action?
So this is actually my favorite event of the whole year because it's so cool, because you get all of the first looks of like new cars, new manufacturers, but then you also go back in time in history of Formula One, you know, and you go back all the way to the very start of Formula One. I went down to the Ferrari Formula One garage, I saw my old colleagues, it kind of like feels like home back there for me, right? You know, everybody's greeting me, like everybody's hugging me, like it's so nice. But seeing the cars that I could work on, like the 2007 car, the 2008 car, they're so small, 600 kilos, 1,000 horsepower, they're so fast, so nimble. They're just things of beauty, you know, and this is the best event in the world to see all of that.
Do you have a preference over what generation car you love most in F1?
Oh, absolutely pre-turbo, pre-ground effect car, pre-hybrid. Those cars were so small, so light, so nimble. They were the perfect dimensions for a Formula One car.
And the iconic sound.
You know, that V8 engine, the V10 before it, it was just so loud, so much power in such a tiny, compact, lightweight power unit. Amazing.
And speaking of tiny, compact power units, your new thing now, starting at the very core of where all F1 starts, karting.
Yeah. Fat Karting League, like amazing initiative. So we started this because life is unfair when it costs 100K for kids to go karting. I'm like, man, this is so unfair. So we started Fat Karting League, you know, along with Fat International, and we've democratized, we brought the price down by like 96%.
Love that.
We had 7,000 kids come through the program last year. We found one super kid from Illinois. We put him in British Formula 4, and this is just the start, right?
That's
We're
amazing.
going to absolutely change motorsport.
I think it's incredible because, like you said, people don't realize that go-karting is so serious and there's a huge barrier of entry that even if you're talented, you can't afford to put together a program to go out and be competitive and show off your skills nowadays.
100%. So like we have a phrase inside the business, inside Fat Karting League, that talent is everywhere, opportunity isn't. Fat Karting League creates that opportunity for kids that wouldn't normally get it, and that's why we're finding talent from everywhere. And guess what, right? When you lower the barriers, when you create access, you create diversity as well, right? And lower the barriers, and of course you create diversity. So it's just win, 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 and it's only going to get bigger and better.
No, I love that. I appreciate you doing that for the community. I think it's going to help expand the sport. Speaking of diversity, is there a need for a 37-year-old bald man?
There's always a need for a 37-year-old bald man.
All right, I'm going to sign up. Fat Karting League. I'm coming.
We're ready for you, man.
Thanks so much, man.
Thank you.
See ya. And of course, one of the coolest things about the Festival of Speed is the array of different race cars they have here. We have Mike Sayer here. He works at Bentley and gets to drive Smokey, one of Bentley's earliest race cars. But I'll let you tell us about it.
Thanks, Vin. So, yeah, I'm Mike. I'm head of product comms for Bentley, but I also have the privilege of looking after our heritage collection, of which Smokey is not a member, but this is a car that we've borrowed from a very devoted and generous owner. Smokey is 100 years old this year. It's a 1926 Super Sports, one of 18 examples originally built.
And I know something really interesting about this car. Smokey's 100 years years old, and when it was sold, it was guaranteed 100 miles an hour.
That's right.
100 miles an hour 100 years ago in this has to be insane.
Yep, and this goes even quicker now. This will do about 115.
Have you done that in it?
Not yet. We'll give it a go. It doesn't have the original engine. It has a 4.5 litre engine rather than the original 3 litre. And the engine in this car is the engine that won Le Mans in 1928.
Nice. So the 100 mile an hour guarantee, was that with the 3 litre or the 4.5?
That was with the 3 litre, yeah. So the car was only ever originally offered with a 3 litre.
Yeah.
This was upgraded in the 1930s and then raced at Brooklands 40 times by a gentleman called Kit Baker-Carr.
Wow.
And the Napier Railton, which is 3 cars that way, was beaten by this round Brooklands.
I've got to say, I was never into this vintage of racing, so it's all a bit new to me. But what is the experience like driving something like this?
It's a fantastic challenge, ultimately. So I only just fit in this car, so I've had to have a little special seat made for me to allow me to drive it. But there are 2 complications, really. The pedals are in the wrong order. They're not in the typical order, so the throttle is in the centre. And the gear lever, which is on the outside, is for a non-synchronised gearbox. So you have to manually match engine speed with the road speed anytime you change gear. So doing that while also trying to drive the car quickly in front of 50,000 people is a workload. But it's great fun.
And you're going out on this in a couple minutes?
Yeah. So we're in the first run up today. We go out twice a day. So hopefully we'll put on a good show.
All right, well, watch you out on the hill.
Thanks, buddy.
See you, man.
Good to see you.
Good luck.
Esport from 1926, heading up the and it's Mike Sayer who's at the wheel of this. This one was a 4.4 litre 4-cylinder. Great time for Bentley. They won Le Mans in 1924, and then they went on again to take victories at Le Mans in 27 into 1930. They actually hadn't finished the 1926 season, but nonetheless, Bentley were such a big part of that 24-hour race in its very early days, where reliability, of course, was always a major factor.
Indeed, and finishing 24-hour races even in present time.
And that is a wrap. Goodwood Festival of Speed 2026. 4 jam-packed days in motorsport heaven with Bentley Motors. I can't wait to see what next year brings.